Hello, my name is Andrew. Today, what I'll be speaking about is what is the biblical form of forced marriage? What is the lawful, how can I put it? What is the lawful way of rape according to the Holy Scriptures? Now, the Holy don't want to be offensive to no one. Now now one form of rape that is lawful in Christianity, including the Holy Scriptures, is that when a man and woman have their self children and they are paying rent and taking care of their family, and their children reach a certain age, around 18 years old or 21 years old, and their daughter is ready to start a family of her own, or their son is ready to start a family of their own and get married, the parents will give the son and the daughter two options. Either they get married to a person from this culture, in this nation, in this tribe, or get married from a person, or get married to a person from this culture, or this tribe, or this nation. And if that daughter or son refuse to marry a person from their own tribe, or from their own nation, or from their own belief system, the mother and father will actually disown that son or daughter and put them out and let them become independent on their own selves, and let them take care of their own selves and get a job and take care and pay rent and marry whoever they choose to marry. And they will no longer be called part of the family, but they will be considered an outcast or a bastard, because they dishonor their mother and father by disobeying them and disrespected their God. Now, now that's one choice. They could leave the house, get a job of their own, pay rent, and marry whoever they choose to marry. It could be a Gentile, it could be a heathen, it could be a Satanist. And those parents don't want nothing to do with that son or daughter, because they are cut off. They are called a bastard or an outcast of their nation or belief system or culture or tribe. Now, the second choice they have is get married to a man or woman from their tribe or culture or nation or belief system. When they reach a certain age, about 18 years old or 21, and they are fully developed and they have so much testosterone in them, so they stop misbehaving because they got all this energy, essentially frustrated energy pinned up in them, and they want to release it. So the parents will actually introduce themselves to another couple of parents, or introduce themselves to a father or a mother, and have and plus actually arrange a meeting for their children to meet up and spend time with each other to see how well they get along with each other. For about like 6 months or a year, they would spend time with each other, talking and doing activities with each other, but it's no sexual activities involved. Now, if that son and daughter, or those children get along with each other and they like each other after spending enough time to know each other, they will in fact tell their mother and father or parents to prepare a wedding. And when they get married, placing a wedding ring on their finger before having sex. Then after they get married, they have sexual intercourse and become officially husband and wife through sexual intercourse. Weddings are just a ritual before sex and before the true form of marriage. A man and woman is not husband and wife through a wedding ring. A wedding ring does not make a man and a woman husband and wife. It's through sexual intercourse what make them husband and wife, not a wedding ring. Wedding rings was actually a ritual to actually prepare them to have sexual intercourse and to notify others around them in their belief system or culture or nation and tribe that they are married, that they are a tucking woman or they are a tucking man, that they belong to someone. Now the parents' children didn't got along with each other. They will go back to their parent or father or mother and tell them that they don't like this person, and the parent will find another person to let them spend time with their son or daughter for 6 months or a year and see how well they get along with each other. Then if they got along with each other, they will in fact get married. They will in fact get married and become husband and wife. But first, there was a ritual that was done, a wedding, placing a wedding ring on them. Then it's sexual intercourse after that. But if the son or daughter is not compatible with another person, the parents will actually get another person who their daughter or son will in fact get along with perfectly or mostly. And so basically, the biblical form of rape is that the son or daughter basically have two options. They get married to a person from their belief system or tribe or nation, or they leave the house and pay rent and marry a heathen or a Gentile, or sleep with prostitutes or harlots or whoremongers, and they are no longer welcome back to the house, neither their children, because their son or daughter was considered a bastard and an outcast and a shame to their nation or belief system or tribe, including God of the Hebrew and Christianity. And this is one lawful form of rape. It's basically It is basically a deal, an agreement that's forced on people. Either they leave and take care of their own selves and marry whoever they choose to marry, or be a harlot or a prostitute or a whoremonger or a sodomite and never come back to that house, or they get married to the person, no, or they get married from a person of that same belief system or tribe or nation. And another thing was actually going on. Another form of biblical rape that's lawful is that if a man sees a virgin and she had never been touched, meaning she had never had sexual intercourse with no male, and that male have no wife, he have no sex partner, and he sees her and he rapes her. Now this woman and man is basically husband and wife, but the man is still punished. He goes to prison for it. And on top of that, he can't get married to another person, else he will be put to death for it. And he had to stay with that woman for the rest of his life and take care of her, because that is his job as a husband, to take care of his wife and support her and give her shelter. And what's the sad part about it is that that woman is not allowed to sleep with no other male but her oppressor who actually raped her. She would be considered a harlot, a bastard, and an outcast of her nation, her belief system, and her tribe. And the man was still sent to jail, even if he was a virgin or he was a widow and he decided to rape a virgin. He was sent to prison for it, to do his time. And after he got out, he could not lay down with no other woman, else he will be put to death. Because adultery is that serious. Whoremongers, harlots, prostitutes, sodomites, people involved in bestiality were all put to death in biblical times. And the laws had never changed. They was all put to death for doing lustful acts. And those are the two forms of biblical rape that is lawful. But the one that I don't like, and plus I don't think no male should, ever do that, is take a woman's virginity away by force and forcing her to actually stay with him and be with him as his wife. That law I dislike, but I had no other choice but to agree with it, because it honored the Heavenly Father. Now, if this male was a whoremonger, or if he had himself a wife, or if he had himself a concubine, and he raped a virgin, he was immediately put to death for it. But the virgin liked it, and she didn't cry out. She was also put to death because she committed adultery by not attacking her oppressor or not screaming and crying for help to get her rapist from off her. So there's actually two forms of biblical rape that is actually lawful. But one of them, it deals with a harsh punishment. The male being put into prison. And according to the Holy Scriptures, if a male did something, that was very disgraceful, if a male did something that was very disgraceful, a male that was an elder that was placed into power would actually give that rapist 40 lashes, and he will also be put into prison and serve his time. And he could not, and plus he could not lay down with any other woman but his victim, who he actually raped, and stay with her for the rest of his life. So when people are saying this, that it's okay for a man to snatch up a woman from another nation and have his way with her by raping her, that actually goes against the law. It's actually unlawful for a man to snatch up a woman and rape her just because she is from his enemy nation. It's wrong. Rape is wrong. To literally force themselves on a virgin and take her virginity, or to rape a woman, period. The principle of it is wrong. But the first form of biblical rape isn't bad. It actually gives those young adults a choice to leave from their mother and father house, pay rent, get a job, and marry a heathen or a Gentile or a Satanist, or lay down with harlots or prostitutes, or be a sodomite, or be involved in bestiality and never come back to the house because they be considered a bastard, whether male or female, and their children was and their children, and their grandchildren was also an outcast. Or they could get married and have sexual intercourse with a man or woman from their culture or belief system or tribe or nation, and have children with them, and obey their mother and father, including the Heavenly Father, and be blessed. Alright, this is your friend. Later, y'all. Remember, rape is never cool. I don't believe no one should do it. Especially statutory rape. It's wrong. Women's and males should wait until another person is around 18 years old or 21 for them to actually get married to them and have sexual intercourse with them and become husband and wife. Statutory rape is not cool. Later, y'all.